On a warm, bright afternoon, when sunlight spilled across the streets like liquid gold, a small bakery on Riverside Avenue was filled with the comforting scent of fresh bread, sweet pastries, and warm memories waiting to be made. But that day, amid all that warmth, a quiet storm of desperation stood at the door. A thin, exhausted woman named Marissa stepped inside. Dirt smudged her clothes, her shoulders drooped, and the worry etched into her face told a story of long battles and endless nights. Beside her stood her little daughter, Flora, her eyes tired but still carrying a faint glimmer of hope. They hadn't eaten a real meal in more than a day. Their last food had been a single apple, shared between them. Before the story continues, if you believe kindness still matters in this world, please like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner, where we spread hope one story at a time. Inside the bakery, everything felt painfully luxurious to Marissa. Loaves stacked like treasure, pastries glazed like jewels, cakes that looked too beautiful to even touch. Flora's small fingers clung to her mother's sleeve. Marissa took a shaky breath and approached the counter. Her voice trembled. She wasn't there to buy anything. She was there to beg. "Do you have any expired cake? Anything you might throw away at the end of the day?" Silence filled the bakery. The employees exchanged awkward glances. Their boss had strict rules, no giving away food before closing. Marissa's cheeks flushed with shame. She thought of turning away, swallowing her pride and her hunger. Again, but Flora looked up at her. And hope, even broken hope, can hold a person in place. But what Marissa didn't know was that someone else had been watching. A tall, well-dressed man in a simple gray suit. His name was Roland Vance, one of the city's wealthiest entrepreneurs, though no one would guess it from his quiet presence. He had come for a slice of blueberry pie, seeking a moment of peace. But life had served him something far more important. Witnessing Marissa's trembling request cracked open a part of him he had shut away years ago, after losing his wife and daughter in a tragic accident. For the first time in years, he saw his own pain reflected in someone else. Not pity, not charity, but recognition. Roland stepped forward quietly, no big announcement. No flash of wealth, just humanity. He asked the staff to pack the freshest cake in the display. A large vanilla sponge, layered with berries and topped with colorful fruits. Then he ordered warm meals, pastries, sandwiches, enough to restore life to 2 starving souls. Marissa stared in confusion, unsure of why a stranger was placing such a large order. When the cashier handed her the bag, her hands trembled. Her eyes filled with disbelief, and then with tears she had been holding back for months. Flora's face lit up, not with greed, but with relief. In that moment, the entire bakery felt it. Kindness had walked into the room wearing a simple suit. Roland headed toward the door, intending to slip out quietly. But Marissa called to him, not loudly, just a soft, cracked whisper, "Thank you." Roland smiled, a warm smile he hadn't felt in years, and simply said, "Take care. No names, no conditions. Just kindness." Outside, Marissa and Flora sat on a small bench, sharing slices of cake with smiles that looked like the sunrise of a better day. And Roland walked back into the sunlight, finally feeling something he thought he'd lost forever, the ability to heal. Because sometimes it's not a fortune, a grand gesture, or $1,000,000 donation that changes a life. Sometimes it's a single moment of compassion at exactly the right time. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. And tell us in the comments, do you believe small acts of kindness can change someone's entire life? Thank you for watching. Until next time, keep kindness alive.